Hey, good people. Welcome to Coffee Circle. Grab your coffee. Let's chat. This is going to be a good one. You don't have to finish everything you start today. That has been so eye-opening for me because I always put so much pressure on myself. Like, if I start it, I need to finish it. If I don't finish it, then I failed. And that's not accurate. Have you ever started something and immediately felt like you have to finish the entire thing? Like an idea comes, a project opens, you notice something that needs to be fixed, and then you receive another piece of a vision. Like your brain says, okay, we're doing all of this right now, like right now. Sometimes you're only supposed to notice it. Sometimes you're only supposed to write it down. Sometimes you're only supposed to start it. And sometimes you're supposed to finish one piece, one step, and then just leave the rest alone. Discovery is not always an assignment. I can acknowledge something without accessing or assigning today's capacity to it. And that has literally been earth-shattering, groundbreaking, cue the trumpets, drop the balloons, let's have a parade. Because Elizabeth, hi, I am Elizabeth, and yeah, I am a member of this club. T-shirts, jackets, class rings, see me after class for order forms. I have so much in my brain, and it's like an idea comes. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I can knock that out. I can do that. I have this. I have that. I have this material. I can make it work. Or, oh, I see this. Let me stop what I'm doing and drop everything right now because this cabinet is loose and I need to screw this. And, oh, I noticed that this is dirty. I need to wipe this down. Oh, this needs to be reorganized. Oh, Hudson's calling me. Boom. And it's like, no, child, get it together. Breathe, Elizabeth, breathe. Let's put that on the list. And I've been gathering ideas and I've created rooms for them. Parking lots of different categories, and then those parking lots have categories, meaning right now, no later, maybe one day. And it gets it out of my head and it frees up space, and I've been so much calmer, and I noticed that the ideas don't stop ideaing. They like keep coming. They're non-stop. But now they have a place. They want to be recognized. They want to be a part of the family. They want their family reunion t-shirt and their ticket, and they want they whole slot. They want a rib and they want some mac and cheese. And of course they want my red velvet cake. Who doesn't want my red velvet cake? Like, duh. But they have a place. They have a seat. They just don't have a seat on today's itinerary. And that helps so much. And even Hudson, he was like, Mom, and I remember last week, like I had an idea and I was like, oh, Hudson, we can do this and we can do this. And I was getting all excited. And I was just like, boom, 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 boom. And later that night, he was like, Mom, I have an idea for the project we're working on. He was like, for mine. And he shared it with me. And I was like, oh, I love that. I can't wait to see you do that. And then he paused and he goes, my ideas come to me like, boom, boom, boom. And then he said, and your ideas are like boom, 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 boom. He goes, mine don't do that. And I acknowledged it, and I told him, that's okay. You still get an idea, and even if yours are slower than Mom's, capture them. That doesn't mean you have to do anything right then, and then let it marinate. Because sometimes an idea comes, and it's like, I'm just a seed. Oh, there's so much more to me, but if you start me early, you're going to miss all of my extra seasonings and spices. So just capture me, give me a little space in the house, and then I'll let you know when I'm ready. And once again, I will say it again, that has been so monumental for me. And do I have opportunity with it every day? Yes. I was putting the back on some earrings, painting the back blue last night, Well, yesterday, and as I was doing it, it was like, ooh, and we can do this, and ooh, we just don't want to be solid blue anymore. We want you to do dots, and we want you to do this, and ooh, we want you to dip us in paint. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm like, that is so great. Like, I love all of that. That just upscales my artistry. That takes my earrings to another level. Like, it expands upon the creativity and the artistry. And I'm thinking, well, how am I supposed to do this week when I already am overloaded? Like, my tray is leaning this way. Like, girl, we need to balance. And I'm like, okay, I capture all of that. I'll experiment with the dots, but everything else, y'all gonna go to y'all assigned rooms and wait your turn. Okay? Starting and finishing does not always have to happen the same day. You can realize that sometimes projects or tasks are multi-stage, they're multi-level. You can plant today without necessarily harvesting today. And then you can also just start and know that this is just the one step. This is just the seeding. This is just the tilling of the land, and I haven't laid the seed yet. Meaning, you can write an outline and not write the book the same day. You can identify an SOP without perfecting it the same day. And child, when I say my SOPs are SOPing, left, right. So what did I start doing? I started capturing them and creating a room for them. This is how this will be formatting, and I walk away. There's so many, they're waiting their turn. And then when it comes back up, okay, Elizabeth, we have 30 minutes right now to get this SOP started and the next step of it. That's what I did yesterday. I went in, and it had been waiting for like 5 days till I got back to it. And I developed the next step. And then it was like, okay, now I need you to brain dump all of this in here so we can see if this is actually functioning. Okay, I gave myself a break to go and do whatever I had to do while it was in the background. It was a casting member. It was an extra in the cast, but I knew it needed to be brought to the forefront. So last night, I dumped it all in there. And then it gave me this big old thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much. I don't have time to do all that. It's like after midnight and I need to get my cat nap. But today I'm going to pick that back up and I'm going to go through that. So it's multi-layered. It doesn't mean it all takes, everything else goes on the back burner and it goes to the front. It becomes the forerunner. It's still here. It's just gradually waiting its turn to come into alignment and then go back. Come into alignment and then go back. You can create the room without moving entirely into it, which means giving everything you have for a pork chop to that one thing. And it doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that you're not acknowledging. It just means that it's not taking over today and you've completed the portion of that thing for today's project. Let's give completion a complete new definition. Instead of saying, did I finish the entire project? Let's say, did I complete what belonged to today? Those are two entirely different measurements. And when you look at it like that, it helps you gain perspective because I can complete today's portion of it without failing. For instance, earrings is ooh, child. In camp this summer, one student asked me, she's like, Miss Frazier, how long does it take you to make earrings? I was like, well, it depends on what type I'm doing, and it's multi-layered and how much time I have. It's a labor of love. Like, if you want quality over quantity, it's a labor of love. And I always start out by telling my students that, even Hudson, I'm like, this is the part that Miss Frazier even doesn't like. And then it's multiple steps. So what do we do today? Okay, we've baked them, we've conditioned, now we've baked, we've all of that. Now we have to seal. Now, well, we have to drill, then we have to seal, then blah, 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 blah. It's a lot to it. But it doesn't mean I'm failing. It doesn't mean just because I painted those backs yesterday and it took me 5 coats of that blue, it's worth it because that blue gives me all the feels. But now I have to seal the blue. Then I have to go back and make sure the holes can take the component. It's a process, but I completed the part for yesterday that leads me forward to the next segment of the process. Systems allow you to leave something safely. Sometimes we carry something because we feel like if I put it down, I'll forget it. And that's where your systems help you with the freedom. If you write it down, assign the room, give it a date if necessary, and capture the next action, you can leave it there. it gets it out of your mind. It's like, I can't continue babysitting all of these ideas and I'm not getting paid. Like, I know I have to volunteer some time and I have to help out the community, but this is too much. Like, I can't breathe. I can't function. Rest doesn't mean the work disappeared. One more time. Rest does not mean the work disappeared. Rest isn't something you earn when everything is finished. And I, Elizabeth, do solemnly swear that I am in this room, in this house, on this board, sitting at the table, like, wait a minute, what did they say? Say that again? What he say? He said we can rest? He said that's okay? He say I'm okay with that? He okay with that? I'm not failing? I'm not behind? He want me to sit down and have dinner without doing anything and multitasking and actually watch a show? What? The show 45 minutes. He okay with that? I'm not going to get written up? What they do that at Willis? It's okay. It's a part of the process. And I used to have this manager, my Fed, when I worked in retail, and he said, you have to disengage to re-engage. And it's the hardest thing for me. But when I do it, I'm still technically, the background people are still backgrounding. They're still downloading. They're still working. It's just an active rest. And I actually get to breathe. I actually get to enjoy. I actually get to pause. I actually get to come back better because I got a little refresher. It's like the drink that keeps on giving. The well that's within you that keeps on welling. Like, it's, you're a little low, let's fill you back up. You need to stop, you need to breathe. And while you're breathing, we'll still be here. These SOPs aren't gonna SOP without you, but they need the full you in order to do what they need to do. I also had to realize that in real life, it's impossible for everything to be finished. For everything to be like, there's nothing to do. If that was the case and everything had to be finished in order for me to rest, to sleep, to just be, then nobody in the real world would ever rest because it's impossible for everything to be done. What have I actually completed today, even though like the larger project isn't finished? And I'll say not as far as today, but for yesterday. My assignment yesterday was to have an office day, an operational, organizational day. And I felt bad because I only posted two things. And it's like, I need to post this, I need to post product, I need to do this, and I can do this real quick. But it's like, realistically, how much time is that going to take away from what you need to do? Your office, the office room and the studio room, the office/work room and the studio room need to be functional. They need to be workable. They need to be not where I can't see the top of the desk. They need to be not where I have to move 5 things. I walk in the room and trip over something. Like, that's the goal for today. So that's what I did. And then as I was doing it, I had to self-talk, self-coach, self-cheer, and remind myself of the actual assignment. The actual assignment is to get it workable, not every single paper. And I was doing it, I was like, oh, this, I need to label this, and oh, I need to throw this out, and I need to go through this stack of paper. And it's like, but really? Do I need to go through this stack of papers today? Or should I get a box, put this stack of paper in the box, put this right here, so then that opens up this, and I can work here, and then that can get put for a 30-minute power organization sprint another day this week. And so the overall task isn't completed fully, but the assignment of yesterday, get it workable, is possible. And when I finished last night, and I was tired, and when I finished and I sat at the desk and I was like, okay, I had tears coming in my eyes because I was like, and I was on the phone with Chris, I was like, I literally can't remember the last time I saw the top of this table. He's like, what? And I was like, I can't remember the last time I saw it. And he said, I'm so proud of you. Like, that's good, baby. You did it. And I was like, yeah. Now the task is, even if it's something that I'm going to start tomorrow, I need to, at the end of the shift, this has to be put up. This needs to go where it needs to go so that I can start fresh and anew every single morning, or every single shift rather. Because what ends up happening is, oh, I'm going to come right back to that tomorrow. I'm just going to leave it out. Oh, you know what? I'm dog tired. I'm just going to leave it out. And it ends up compiling because I don't come right back to it. Something else takes precedent, or something else I move and shift. And it's like I keep repeating the cycle. I keep being on the never-ending train. And it's like, Elizabeth, your ticket has expired. You don't even have the ticket anymore. Like, your lifetime membership to this, we didn't change the program, baby girl, and you don't have access anymore. And we're waiting on you to figure that out. Not us, because we know. We was at the meeting. And technically, you was there too. You just wasn't here because you was 50 million other places. And last night, it's like, okay. And this morning when I walked in there, I was like, you know what? I kind of like it here. You know what? You can have the access pass back because I don't want it anymore. There are so many aspects of life, of business, of self that are just unfinished. And instead of acknowledging the fact that they're unfinished, that they're at a stage that either I stopped it or I did what I could do and I'm waiting on more information, or I'm waiting on resources, or I'm waiting on God to give me the next step, I automatically say, I failed. I failed. And then I start internalizing it. And then I start ragging on myself. And then I start letting all of this of doubt. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Or maybe this is not what I didn't hear him right. Or maybe I should have did this. Or did I waste time, resources, effort, energy, and all of this? And it's like, stop. Stop. Stop going to that pep rally. Stop going to that game. Stop reading that book. Stop opening up that show when that's not the show. That's not who you are. That's not factual. That's not actual. That's not what God is saying. That's not what you hear the Holy Spirit coaching you to do. God is saying, I have the GPS. I know where you are. I know what I told you to do. And instead of saying it's unfinished, start saying, what did I learn from that experiment? How would I run it differently? Let me take my notes. Let me wait for the next call, because when I retry it again, if it's unfinished and it's like I wasted something, did I really waste it? What did I learn? What did I gain? How will I run it differently next time? Is it just this? Change the perspective, change the channel, change the volume, change the network, change the characters, go in and reset, go splash water on your face. Whatever you have to do, Elizabeth, know that that is not the scene that we're playing. I didn't write that in your script. And it's like, okay, you know what? She's done. She's done. We didn't renew that version's contract. We renewed this contract we just signed. We look at things differently. Unfinished does not equal failed. You don't have to finish everything you can see. You only have to finish what's on today's docket in today's moment. And that, my friends, is so freeing. It's living in the cadence of God. It's living in the moment, but also being adjustable to when an audible is called, to say, okay, you know what? Let me run that play and see where it goes and where it happens. Perfect example. Today has been todaying, okay? I woke up emotional. I woke up sluggish. I woke up also with internally playing. We're waging war is like my anthem. I had already put it in my iTunes. In my Apple playlist. That's the first thing I'm going to listen to in the morning, because I'm setting the shield. I'm waking up with the armor on. And as I opened my eyes today, it was already playing in my head. It was already in my being. And I just keep listening to it and keep replaying it and started singing it. And I've been functioning. I've ran an errand. I've fixed breakfast. Like, I'm doing things. But I'm still carrying it, correct? So I finally sit down to record Coffee Circle, and I get an email, pizza party, the apartments I have, and I'm like, really, right now. So I say, Hudson, do you want to go? So Hudson says, yes. We go. Hudson's in Hudsonin, okay? So we go, we grab it, and I'm like, I'll just record Coffee Circle as soon as I get back. I literally get the pizza. We're walking back to the apartment, and by the trash can, I see something shiny. I'm like, here, Hudson, take this, you know, here are the keys, take this, I'll be right there. Let me see what this is. It is not one, but it's two clothes racks, adjustable clothes racks that I have been getting references of for the past week. I keep hearing in my spirit and God saying, get your vendor set up together. You get your vendor set up together. Get it up. You know, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And I've been seeing these clothing racks, and I'm like, I used to have one when I vended and did markets before, and I had to get rid of it. And I look, and I'm like, these are almost, they look brand new. And this is the exact kind that I had. Collapsible, extendable, adjustable. Not one, but two. Two! If I had not been adjustable and focusing on what I needed to do in the moment, I would have missed it. But now I finished what I could see, and now I'm back on task, and it's handling what belongs to the moment. Clearly the pizza in Hudson belonged to the moment, even though he only got one slice. I know. I was like, you don't really need to go. Like, there's a lot, and there's not a lot of people here. He's like, no, thank you. And then we come home. I got him anyway. So I was like, you know what, Hudson, since you said you didn't want it, Mom got it anyway. So you're welcome. He's like, thanks, Mom. I will want it later. But it's giving what's to the moment and then giving back. So I completed clearly the detour, but I'm back and I'm handling what needs to be handled, and I'm giving today what today needs to give. And I say all that to say, you still have to allow room for audibles, because you don't know what that audible being present in that moment is like. Okay, we're listening, but we still need to come back to it, if that makes sense. I will see you guys Wednesday at Pep Rally. Bye, good people.